Welcome to Bella's Guidance. I am your host, Auntie Bella, a psychic shaman, spiritual guide, and mentor, as well as your favorite holistic healer. With your permission, I'd love to guide and steer and propel you, the chosen few, along your spiritual journey and many awakenings by sharing ways to heal mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, all while realizing it's okay not to be perfect. You weren't created to be perfect, love. You were created to be the very best version of you. With that being said, let's get into today's message. The title of today's message is Generational Curses that Manifest Chaos. So today we'll be discussing generational curses and how said curses cause you to manifest all types of conflict and chaos around you. So what is a generational curse? A generational curse is a manifestation of low vibrational energy and possible spells depending on what was said when this low vibrational energy came forth. An example of this would be your great-grandfather being abused while experiencing slavery, and then after being freed, thinking that it's okay to beat or harm his children the same way he was harmed when he was a slave, due to him not healing his wounds. What I would like you to take away from today's message is all generational curses do is wreak havoc on your lineage, and as a chosen one, it is a part of your purpose to break free from energies that your ancestors had a difficult time healing. This is the only way you can free and liberate your family from energy that is low vibrational, so you can stop manifesting things you do not desire, specifically chaos. So the first generational curse we're going to be speaking about today is trauma. Okay? I spoke of and gave an example of trauma when I utilized slavery. So how does slavery or trauma cause you to manifest chaos? Okay? The example of your grandfather grandfathering in old energy due to his lack of self-awareness was concerning his healing. This is why it's important for us to be still and allow God to move in our life, because He can make us aware of things we need to tweak on our spiritual journey. If your grandfather was tapped in, okay, metaphorically speaking, he would have received clarity that the way he was treating or harming his children was simply a manifestation sent from a low vibrational energy attached to him when his rights were stripped away from him. Now we're going to be speaking about racism or divisive energy, okay? Racism is another chaotic energy that can wreak havoc on a lineage. Let's talk about how it gets passed down and what it does to future generations. There are many reasons racism can get passed down, but I'll give you a very specific example. Many reasons racism gets passed down is because one race was taught they were superior and another that they were inferior. When you are perceived as inferior, you experience a shitload of trauma. You consistently feel like you're receiving the short end of the stick. Nothing is working in your favor. You could experience a lot of mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional abuse. This kind of generational curse teaches you not to love yourself and that you do not deserve safety or stability around you due to the way someone perceives your skin color. You and I both know this is BS, but let's continue. When you are perceived as the superior race, you tend to feel entitled. You may feel you should be at the front of the line or the front of the bus, and everything should work in your favor before everyone else's. It's almost like you put yourself on a pedestal and everyone else should have to follow in your footsteps. This is a very toxic way of thinking, and it will continually be passed down as a traumatic experience for those who actually wish to branch out and experience relationships in other races. Growth is stunted on both ends. If you are being perceived as the inferior race, you will always believe you are meant to be last and not first, so that will affect your mindset. You will not put yourself at the front of the line. You will not speak when it's necessary. You will not hold people accountable for their actions. These things are necessary when setting boundaries. These things are necessary to teach your children they can protect themselves or speak up when things are done that are harmful to them. It literally prevents them from setting boundaries. When you are perceived as the superior race, passing down high vibrational energy to your children will prove different. Your children will learn that it is not okay for them to branch out and understand and learn about different cultures. This will affect their communication skills and cause blockages. This will also manifest divisive energy. This places a curse on your family because this is not of God. God is of unconditional love, and this rejects his very words. You cannot show unconditional love to one race and not the other. We are to perceive each other as brother and sister because we are the human race. So now, you have trauma on both ends, especially when you have a child that wants to collaborate with other races and you have a child that's preventing themselves from speaking to other races based on their parents' trauma. I'm proud my generation decided we were tired, so we chose to heal our ancestors' wounds. We do understand why these wounds were passed down. However, we also understand these wounds were and still are preventing the collective from growing. Another chaotic energy that is manifesting chaos into your lineage is greed. A very huge wound around greed that is very present and still wreaking havoc on the collective today is revolving around money and physical manifestations such as houses, cars, and name brand clothes. All of those things we tie ourselves to in order to make us feel we are keeping up with the Joneses. And who are the Joneses any damn way? Let's talk about how greed wreaks havoc on our future generations. I'll give an example. My family was more concerned with physical manifestations than mental, spiritual, and emotional healing. This brought many concerns into our home. Money came before peace. Money came before the children. Money came before love. When there is no love, there is lack wherever you go. I don't give a damn how much money you have. You'll always be broke in spirit. Even though they were manifesting money, they were also manifesting poor, empty, and broken energy due to consistently rejecting the very thing that was necessary for their family to thrive. When you base everything you experience on stability, you lose everything else. So now you have a foundation and no home. What's the point in that? Many ways you can heal trauma concerning greed is to first ask yourself, where is this greed or this addiction to these things outside of myself stemming from? This is where you will find your wound. More than likely, you have a blocked root chakra. This is the first of 7 chakra systems. This tells me at some point in your life, maybe even when you were a child, you lack these things that you have found yourself addicted to. You could have grown up poor. You may have grown up without stability or did not feel safe in your environment based on things you lacked. For example, maybe you didn't have the clothes you wanted, the shoes you wanted, the car you wanted, the house you wanted, the neighborhood you lived in was not so good, and so forth. And now all you can focus on is having these things because when you did not have them, they made you feel empty inside. If this is not your wound and you were simply born into a family that was already doing this, you are being taught that you need these things to thrive. This is also undesirable for someone who's attempting to manifest a holistically healed future because you will base everything you have on things outside of yourself. The only way you can evolve is by looking within. Okay? So, let's move on. Manipulation is another chaotic energy that's wreaking havoc on the collective and causing us to pass down generational curses. There are different types of manipulation, and I'll be discussing that today. Here are a few examples. Emotional manipulation is utilized by those with narcissistic tendencies to tap into your emotions by studying your feelings and knowing exactly how you perceive people and things. So if you are a kind and gentle spirit, someone could play on your feelings and abuse your kindness. I've seen people use tears to get people to do what they want. There's also mental manipulation. Someone may wish to mind fuck you in order to get what they want. I've seen people tap into your mind in order to access a previous trauma just so you'll do what they want. Another type of manipulation is energy manipulation, and this energetic manipulation is literally used by tapping into dark magic or black magic for that matter. Some imbecile told specific individuals that it was okay for them to break past your boundaries in order for them to dominate you into doing things they want. That's their wound causing them to believe it's okay for them to disrespect you. It is not okay. I'm just making you aware. What we need to realize as a collective is if someone does not want to do something, it is their prerogative. It is not our right to force others into submission or to dominate them into doing things they do not wish to do because it makes us more comfortable. If you are manipulating somebody's mind, somebody's feelings, or tapping into their energy with magic, you are wrong. You need to go and heal your wounds around control issues. I am a healer, and one of the things I notice is reoccurring is people who've lost control of a situation many times teach themselves it's okay for them to manipulate the things around them in order to prevent themselves from losing control again. These individuals usually have a big wound stemming from their childhood that caused them to not be able to protect themselves in one way or another. Now they think they have the right to control their entire environment in order to find peace. This is a lie from the pits of hell, and if you're not careful, you will raise many narcissists who mirror things you've done to others to get what they want. If this is your wound hurting you and causing you to hurt those around you, you need to figure out what wound caused you to believe you have the right to hurt others in order to make yourself feel better. Whatever the wound was, you need to heal it, because each time you hurt someone, you manifest more chaos into your own life. Another generational curse that's being passed down and causing chaos is you worshiping idols or false prophets. Now, specifically speaking to the light workers realm or the chosen few, we are energetically aligned with a more high vibration. What does this mean? And what are you aligning yourself with energetically, and what is manifesting around you? If you look around you and you find peace, balance, stability, happiness, and unconditional love, you are going in the right direction with whatever you believe in. If you look around you and you find chaos, instability, disruptions of peace, love with conditions, a lack of happiness, and a lack mindset, you are clearly going the wrong way. Reasons we align ourselves with things that do not serve us is because we do not believe in ourselves, love ourselves, we are self-aware, we are not self-aware, and we are in a desperate need of healing. When healing is necessary and we attempt to run from it, we block our chakras. This means your third eye and your crown chakra could be blocked, which is preventing you from receiving guidance from the spirit realm. And you are not using your intuition when you're making decisions concerning your life. This is detrimental to your health and your healing. Your entire chakra system could be blocked and you're welcoming in the wrong energy. This is also how dark entities or low vibrational beings attach themselves to you. If you find yourself having extremely negative or low vibrational thoughts, you're making low vibrational decisions and you're aligning yourself with low vibrational people, you possibly have several entities attached to your vessel at this time. I'm not saying this to scare you, but it is pertinent that I make you aware of what's going on around you and within you. It is my job as a healer to speak the truth. One way you will know a low vibrational being or entity is taunting you is they love to make you think you are worth nothing and you do not deserve better. They feed you thoughts like you will never have that. You do not deserve love. You are not pretty. You are fat. You will never be wealthy. You will never be abundant. And they say these things repeatedly until you begin to believe them. These are not your thoughts. This is possibly a monitoring spirit attempting to keep you in a low vibration by keeping you stuck on low vibrational energy. If I am speaking to your wound, it is time for you to clear your energy and heal your wounds. Here are a few ways you can begin removing the entity. You can listen to a return to sender frequency that you can find on YouTube. You can also take spiritual baths every day. You can clear your home and the energy around you with Palo Santos or sage, asking the entity to leave. You can consistently begin healing your chakra system because the low vibrational beings love to block them. When you are healed, the entity becomes uncomfortable. Keep your environment around you clean and clear. Entities love unclean homes and messy workspaces. Make them uncomfortable so they will leave. Lastly but not least of all, I'd like to share how the misuse of Mother Nature and elements can manifest chaos around you. Mother Gaia is here in order to help us heal. I'm sure some of you have noticed that when you step outside and you get sunlight, you feel better. This is not a coincidence, especially if you are a chosen one. Mother Gaia connects heavily to those of us who were sent here to heal the earth. The elements you are privy to utilizing are there for you to heal yourself and those around you. If you operate in a low vibration because you are wounded and you are running away from your healing, this will cause you to believe it's okay to utilize these elements to hurt others, or to get them to do as you wish. In doing so, you are breaking spiritual laws. God did not send you here to control or manipulate anyone with energy. He sent you to heal them. He gave us all free will. When you strip someone of their free will with spells utilized by you manipulating the elements or even the moon, you put yourself in a space to manifest hella chaos around you. You will literally bring hell upon you and wreak the worst karma in your life. I'll give an example of what happened on my spiritual journey. When I was told or guided by my spirit team to move away from things that no longer served me, the people around me had a hard time letting me go. Since they did not choose to heal, they chose to operate in a low vibration and manipulate my energy. They did death spells, domination spells, and they used chaos magic that they utilized in order to keep me stuck in a karmic cycle with them or in a low vibration. So guess what? They wanted to sacrifice me to their false idol or prophet. They were literally a coven that worshiped the devil. To be more specific, this was a group of narcissists that were incapable of letting my energy go after I chose to hold them accountable for my mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional abuse. If you find yourself in a situation I was in, there are people you can go to in order to receive assistance or help. I informed the feds and have been protected ever since. Yes, they did have to go through an awakening in order to understand my situation. What was occurring? They needed to, but as you are well aware, on our spiritual journey, nothing is a coincidence, and this was necessary. If you are on the opposing side and you are hurting or harming the collective because you are refusing to heal, may God have mercy on the soul you sold. And when Archangel Michael and the death angels find you, I hope you are prepared. This is not a threat. This is how my Father up in heaven brings balance when chaos is manifested on his people. People who chose to heal. With that being said, I hope you choose to make powerful changes in your life if any of today's message resonated with you. If you are in need of healing or assistance on your healing journey, please feel free to reach me at auntiebellasguidance@gmail.com. auntiebellasguidance@gmail.com. I'd love to work with you and look forward to assisting you on your journey. It's your girl Bella, keeping it 100 as always, and sending you peace, love, and light on your spiritual journey. I wish you all the best. Until next time, God bless. Bye.